as leaders, when our job titles become more prestigious or we get more responsibilities, sometimes we find it hard to say, I'm struggling. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to fix this. Because as leaders, we're out there, we're visible, right? We're supposed to have all the answers. It was uncanny. All three of them said the same thing. To drink a liter and a half of water a day, go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week, and read. And how does this help me become a C-level manager like you or a CEO? And they just said, for the next 2 weeks, these are your goals. And they said, well, we'll see you in 2 weeks. And when I showed up, you could tell by the look on my face that it didn't go very well. And they said, well, how did drinking water go? And I said, pretty much just a bottle of water, and the rest of the day was Starbucks. Like, well, what about reading? And I just didn't put any thought to it. I just grabbed a book, and I may as well read a Harry Potter book, because the one I picked, I would fall asleep after 2 sentences. But the biggest one that I struggled with, and I thought, I got the working out down pat. I'm a dude. I'm a guy. I can do this. I showed up to the gym, and I think anybody who's been in the gym, I was that guy that just sort of showed up with no plan and just sort of sauntered around and, or used the machines the wrong way. The most devastating moment for me was when a female trainer walked past me, and I was on this machine and I was crushing it. She's just like, you need to put the pin in that, right? So this is the feedback I got. They said, Ryan, if you were helping an organization merge, right, you would do a risk analysis. Right? If you're helping an organization do a restructure, you'd be looking at succession plans and seeing which team members have the skill sets to bring forward. Or a joint venture, you'd be doing the legal mitigation and seeing if the 2 IT platforms can talk to each other. I said, yeah. I said, well, why don't you put that kind of attention to this? It's because you're good at what you do, but you're not good at doing you. Right? As professionals, we're so focused on becoming awesome that we forget to just be. Our lives now are just so much doing and less being. So Micro Goals was born, and I know some of you are going, oh, finally, he's finally getting to the topic, right? And I designed the talk this way, is that feeling of like, when's he going to get to the point, right? That's that feeling of instant gratification. When we're struggling to keep our professional lives going and something hits us personally, we just want something to help make it go away so we can continue going. Fast forward a few years, I've created the 3 pillars of Micro Goals, and this was built by people like yourselves, traveling the world and saying, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? And I started getting common feedback, right? And it turned into these 3 pillars. The first one is the Sunday startup. The second one is a sacred hour. And the third thing is self-talk 20. Now, on Sundays, take an hour or 2 and carve out some time where you plan your week. Things that this is your job, you have to do. Pick up the kids, I got meetings. So you plan your week. These are things you can't get around, right? But sitting down and looking at what you're facing for the week, what logistics plans do I have to face? Do I have, confirm some clients? Do I have overlaps and I need to address them? That way, when you start Monday, you're ready for your week. But here's the important part I was missing as a professional. Take 3 strive goals. Micro goals are simple things that when you achieve them, you set the goal and it's quickly attained within a week or 2, right? Even a couple months. So when you achieve it, you keep building on it. Not like a material thing, I'm saving some money and then you deplete it. It's more of a personal thing, like learning a new language, getting your motorcycle license, conditioning your body for a marathon. So pick 3 strive goals. And it doesn't have to be 3, but that's what I choose. And the next thing is 3 struggle goals. And this is one of those things, if you ever had a conversation with someone and they mention something like, oh shit, yeah, I gotta take care of that. Something that you keep putting on the back burner and you need to address. This exercise helps you bring it to the front. Now, the next thing is take those goals and put them throughout the week, plan them in. And don't be shy to put some of the struggle ones at the beginning of the week, so you're ending your week with something that is positive and it's for you. Next thing that was the most common thing that I've heard from CEOs and leaders around the world is they have a sacred hour. At 60 minutes before they usually get dressed for the day and go out the door, they take an hour before they even pick up the phone, before the static of the outside world enters our brain, to sit and reflect. How am I doing to my weekly plan? How am I doing to life? What should I do with this? Right? Express some gratitude. It was shared with me, it's hard to feel fear and anxiety when you're expressing gratitude. The last thing is self-talk 20. At the end of every day, take 20 minutes to talk to yourself. The most powerful psyche in the world is how we describe ourselves to ourselves. Our self-talk is so strong because we hear it in our own voice. Right? So take 20 minutes to say, what went well today? What was awesome? Right? Make note of it. Is there somebody you need to thank? Right? Something that you need to share with somebody else. What could you have done better? I could have handled that situation better. I probably shouldn't have responded this way. Maybe a phone call and email to somebody that says, hey, look, I was a bit offside. That's where the compassion and empathy kicks in as a leader. And the last one is, what will you do different? How am I going to make tomorrow different?